Shows are like spinning down there. We're
It looks
live.
like
All
we're
right.
live.
Here we go. All right. Welcome, everybody. Technical difficulties, as always. Let me move some stuff around now so I'm actually looking at you. And we'll go from there. But man, it's good to be here. I hope all of y'all are doing well. Um, we've got Adam here today, and Rodney's not with us. And Adam, you're not in your basement, but that's
Nope.
cool. Um, I'm trying to actually find find where this thing went. I dumped my my ability to see myself off the screen somewhere. So we don't need it. We don't need it. I also need to be able to see some comments and see who's here. So Adam, talk for a second while I get this under control.
No worries. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. Yes, I am not at home. I am out actually in Florida at the moment. Um, Took a family trip down to Fort Lauderdale and got to spend the week out on the beach and just hanging out with my immediate family. And, you know, just not doing much of anything. And it's been really nice.
Very nice. Yeah, dude, man, that's awesome. That is so fun. Um, so you don't look sunburned, so I'm guessing you haven't been in the sun too much, or you just take that sunscreen on.
No, I have learned over the years to literally bathe in that stuff if I have to go outside. I did bring my cowboy hat, so that's really helped a lot with this up
Okay.
here. We did some horseback riding on the beach today, which was really fun to go out and do that. But yeah, I have to have some kind of cover and lots of sunscreen down here because it's 5 minutes in the clouds and I turn as red as the live logo on the screen right now.
Right, right. Oh man, that's awesome. Well, I can't get the thing up here that I was wanting to, so I'm gonna see if I can find I'm trying to find the comments. Man, this is embarrassing. It's frustrating that this happens all the time. Um, so I and
Well, while you're looking, let's see here. Uh, if I look at the comments on my screen, good evening, John, Mike G. We've got Jim in Savannah, Rodney. Thanks for
right,
joining us on your break. Betty, Bob, Mike, and I think I different Bob, maybe. Nope, same Bob. I think
hi Bob.
Retro Z Machine. I think I said maybe, maybe not. I don't know. The list just keeps growing over and over and over. So thanks for joining us tonight. It's always a blast to be able to get on here and share, even what's been going on with everybody.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, that's
so
awesome. I so man, I don't know what the deal was. I did find the comments. I tried to drag it up here and it disappeared. So man, this
can you
is so
close it and reopen
I'm
it?
gonna, you know what? I'm gonna say the reason well yeah,
Yes, you got to tell them why.
so the reason that I'm absolutely behind everything right now is because um Joe Schmidt got me to buy a NAS and I've been playing with it all day. So that's basically what I've done. I've wasted my whole day setting that thing up. Um and like 45 minutes ago I hadn't planned for this because I was still working on the setup, so thanks Joe. But really do appreciate it. It's awesome, man. I'm like, guys, he's been helping me out a ton, so huge shout out to Joe. Huge kudos. Helped me figure out some stuff that I needed to buy, and it's made my workflow a lot better even in the last couple of hours, even though I'm now way behind on doing the stream. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, it's cool.
It's
I
always something.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to get rid of a couple applications and see if I can find back what I really don't want to have to stop the stream and start over. So
Nah.
um, let's see if I can do this
Looks like I did
because
miss Joe is on here, as well as Donnie and Richard. I
okay.
think I missed those ones. Even Russell's on here. John, I think I said hi to earlier. But yeah, I mean, looks like we had almost 10 comments before the stream even started.
Man, that's awesome. Okay, so but while we're early on, because we always like when we look at the analytics, we can see a huge spike up front, and then of course people drop off because they can't watch the whole thing. Um, do we want to actually? I'm gonna do we want
Yeah,
to announce next week?
let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna let you do it because you've been working it all, and it is confirmed. So let's do that and go for it.
Okay, so I've been working the past several weeks trying to get James with EG4 back on the roster with us. And we have a scheduled date of May 8th. So that's going to be next week. So James with Signature Solar, EG4, he actually started multiple companies. Um, and he actually has another project that he's working on right now, which is called Solar. Is it Solar 76?
I was gonna say 86. 76
67?
sounds better.
86?
Not
Shoot,
86,
that's gonna. Oh,
76.
I think it's
Oh,
Solar 76,
that sounds
and
right.
that is really it's manufacturing of solar components here in the States, and so he's looking to really start putting together a lot of like the Flex uh, brand inverters and components here in the States. I think some might actually be put together already here. But I wanted to bring him on to talk about that new company with everything going on regarding tariffs, price increases, and everything. Um, I think it's really, now's a really good time to share that kind of information. So we do have
Cool.
him confirmed on for next week,
Awesome.
May 8th at 8 o'clock here.
Man, I appreciate you doing all the legwork to get them on. And also, that's a good time to just remind you guys if y'all know anybody who wants to be on, if you want to be on, send us an email, send us a message, do something, and we will figure out how to schedule you in, and we'll go from there. Um, while while you've been figuring out his schedule, is he going to give anything away? Is the question. I think it's what everybody wants to know.
So next week we will be doing a giveaway, and I want to actually pull it up so that I can get the right thing. So next week, James and EG4 will be giving away a 12K BTU solar. I guess it's a solar hybrid
Mm-hmm.
mini split. Uh,
Nice.
and so we're going to be kind of doing, and Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're going to be trying to do the same
Mm-hmm.
type of giveaway that we did with Dexter and Current Connected.
That's right.
We're going to set up a registration page where you
Mhm.
can, what is it? Is it earning points or something like
Yeah.
that
So
towards?
yeah. So no, there's no purchase necessary because that's how. I mean, that's in order to not end up in Club Fed. That's the way we've got to do that, and we didn't want to. We don't want to do that for you guys anyway. But you can do things that allow you to get a better odd of winning. So I think just for simply signing up, and really signing up is just giving us your email address, which we don't spam. Man, I forgot to send out the email today. Thanks a lot, Joe. Oh, man. Ah, okay. So,
Yep, there it is.
man, when I did that, my view disappeared, so I can't see us anymore. All right, fun. I'll drag something else over there. That's pretty cool. You'll have to tell me if it's actually on the screen because thanks, Joe. Um, okay, so
His fault.
that's 2 weeks in a row. I can't blame him for last week, but Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, everybody. You're supposed to get email notifications. That's really all we use it for, right? Just notify you guys of what's going on. If there's anything big happening, outside of that, we're definitely not spamming you. But you give us your email address, and it allows you to sign up and basically get a chance of winning. And what there's like 300 to 500 of you guys who show up every week, um,
Hmm.
and so, but really, I think we had 200 fill it out last time, 200 individuals. So you had like a 1 in 200 chance. But if you do certain things like, subscribe to our channel, or at least, I mean, if you already subscribed, you can figure out ways
They're
around
free
that or whatever.
points.
Yeah, you just get free points. Check in every day, whatever it is. We've got different things we're going to have you guys do to get extra points. Share it, email it, whatever, and you get better odds of actually um, getting the unit. But a 12,000 BTU EG4 hybrid mini split, that's awesome. Those are so nice. I've got the 9,000 right here that I just put in. Got the videos on that, and then I've got the 24,000 in the house, and that one is the hybrid, and it does run on some solar panels. Uh, it's the easiest entry into solar. It's a sweet setup. So yeah, you're not going to want
I
to miss
told my
that.
wife, I told my wife that we were going to be doing that for a giveaway, and she said, "Man, I'm going to join the stream and I'm going to sign up because we need one of those."
Yeah, right. That would be kind of awkward if you guys won. Figure
Yeah,
that one out. Maybe we'll have to say we do not get to take part in that, but
yeah, we're not in
yeah,
it.
we're definitely not.
Yeah.
Um, okay. I'm starting to look through the chat again. Um,
So do you know
People want to know about
when
the
you're
Tesla.
going to have?
Oh,
Do you know when you're going to have like the links for that ready to go?
well, it was supposed to be now, but Joe messed it
We
up for
we want to say
everyone.
like we
And
want to say like Monday maybe. We'll have it
yeah,
ready Sunday or Monday.
yeah. So here's the best thing to do. When it is live, we absolutely will be sending it out on the email list that we currently have. So if you want to, in the description, there's a link to a form you can fill out to just be on our notification list. If you do that, that's your best bet at actually getting notified. Now, if you've already done it once, or if you took part in um, the last giveaway, you don't need to worry about it because you're gonna get an email anyway. But that is the best way to do it. Otherwise, both of us will put out a community post, as well as
Hmm.
Rodney, I'm sure, by Monday. Um, so just be looking for that, and we're gonna, yeah, you can sign
So have
up, and
some
then
fun with it.
yeah, and the earlier you do, the better, because I believe I am gonna have it set up so that if you go daily, you can do certain things to get more chances. So yeah, that's that. Um, hmm.
All right,
I'm
you
looking.
said something about a Tesla.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Rodney wants to know where the Tesla is. So if you guys recall back, um, it might have been one of our earlier our earlier live streams where I mentioned that when I went on this Florida vacation, I was going to rent a Tesla. Well, I had it all set up. Uh, Set up the what do they call that? Shoot, I reserved it back in January, and when I went to pick it up at the airport this week, they're like, "Yeah, we don't have any of those here. We don't
Oh,
actually have any electric vehicles here." Oh, but you can go pick one out of this row in the lot. And I'm like, but the whole point
oh
was
my
for me to
gosh.
rent a Tesla. And the odd thing was that I actually, I specifically selected a Tesla. And I know that, different rental agencies say, well, you can rent something within that range or
Right.
that ballpark of vehicle, but this one that I actually selected was specifically marked as a Tesla Model 3,
Mm,
and they just didn't have it. So I got
man,
a
that's
stupid
frustrating.
stupid Malibu.
Oh man. Oh,
But
dang.
but thanks to a tip from Rodney, I did go and test drive a Cybertruck today. So that
Oh,
was really fun.
nice. Heck yeah, man. I know one of these days I'm gonna like just drive up and thing I don't want to do though is like show up and my kids and just go, all right, boys, get in the back, and then they'll be like, Dad bought a Cybertruck, and then just be like, psych, taking it back, you know. But I did
Yeah.
think it'd be hilarious though, just to be like, hey guys, let's get in the car. We're gonna drive to the Tesla because they every time we go around the loop, they want to see that. They want to drive past the Tesla dealership. And it'd be fun to just get out and then just like walk up to one of the Cybertrucks and just, open it with the app and just get
Uh-huh.
in it and just be like, all right, let's go for a drive. That'd be a lot of fun. So how was it? What was your experience?
It was different.
Yeah.
Not having ever not having ever driven any electric vehicle before, that whole press on the accelerator and then as soon as you release from the accelerator, it starts slowing down because it
Mm,
does the regenerative braking.
right, right.
That took some getting used to. And then the fact that the Cybertruck's rear wheels also turn with you
Yeah.
when you turn the steering wheel, it was different. Um, I took the camera along. We recorded some clips and stuff, so we'll see if I can throw something together on that experience. But I mean,
Yeah.
interior, loved it. Beautiful, fancy exterior. I still hate the look. I'm sorry for those of you that might like it, but I don't like it. Um,
You don't have to.
it's ugly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't think it like it just because it's unique. But I'm not it's not the prettiest thing in the world for sure.
No.
So, yeah. Yeah. Well, good. All right, man. I've seen a bunch of questions coming in, and also you can see right there. Start your question with QQQ so we can see it. That is what we need to do. Um, I'm going to, at risk of losing, being able to see you again. I'm gonna click on some of these. Joe says, and it did disappear. That's great. Um, if we already have an email address, or if you already have, wait, I should just read it. If you have an email address already, are we signed up already? So if you've already signed up with us, no, because this is a separate thing, and like it does all the calculations on its own, and it's separate from our database of emails. So unfortunately, that's not the case. So sorry, you kind of got to go through it again. Yeah, sorry. Um,
When you brought
let's.
that comment up, it only showed like a third of it on the screen.
Oh, really? I see. I couldn't tell you that because it's gone on my end.
It's tiny.
See, man, this is. Let me. I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna see if I can drop this to a different desktop. Man, I I somehow. This is so frustrating. Um, man, yeah, I cannot get this thing back. I drug it down and like it's I guess my computer glitched out or something. Oh, I see it there. I see how it's all off. I can't do anything about it though because where I can see it over here, golly, where I can see it is it's on my
Thanks, Joe.
preview. Thanks. It's just Joe's fault. Everything I could say. Um, you know what? Let me
uh,
see. Let me see if I go to well, because I can't edit it because it's like I saw it glitch out and it goes "Bup, bup, 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 bup," and just like kind of ran off my
uh-oh.
screen. and it's like it's gone. So, oh, you know what? I'm going to turn off a monitor, turn off my big monitor, and see if it kind of shifts things around. Nope, still don't see it anywhere. Man. Oh, wait. Oh, is that it? I don't know. Oh, well. Yeah, it's something I have to fix next time. Frustrating. Okay. Um, if I go to, and this might help us out. What if I go to where Rodney's supposed to be with us? To the 3-up, which I can't see. I don't know. Is this showing everything but Rodney?
I'm in stereo.
Oh, there you go. You're up there twice. I think I'm finally figuring something out, but well, that's not really gonna be great for anything. I was hoping that it would allow me to at least get these to come in the right spot, which
Just click off Rodney's. No, even that's still showing off
that's
tiny.
still okay. Well, I guess I just royally messed everything up, or Joe did. All right, we're gonna go back to this, and
I
maybe
mean,
we'll
I
just.
got I got the bald look for Rodney, so I've got that going for me. I just need to change the skin tone a little bit. And
There you go. All right. Well, I guess we'll just read through them. Okay. Sorry, guys. This is live. It's where we're at.
we'll make it work.
Yeah. So again, people were asking. I saw somewhere. How do we sign up? In the comments or in the description, there is a link to sign up for alerts. That will get you on the list so that we'll at least um, like tell you where you can actually sign up for the inverter or for the air conditioner
Mini split.
mini split. So either that or just keep watching our channels, and by Monday we're gonna have a post out about it. So you can just watch it when we'll be there. As soon as we get the link, I'll actually put it back in the description of this video as well. So we'll have it around. You'll find it. Worst case scenario, you can do it next week as we um, as we go live. So we'll have a little bit of time for that because we'll do the drawing at toward the end. Um, all right. Yeah, that was that. Russell was asking how to sign up. Okay, so Bob has been asking, is anyone else having flickering lights when you install, or is there a firmware update? This is for the 6000 XP. Do you have flickering light issues? Um, I do not. I've not had a flickering light issue. I will say, with exception to if I have dimmable lights and they are super low. Like if I dim them way down, then I'll get flickering on that. But that's it. Is anyone else having that issue?
I can't say that I had any issues with just my one single 6000 XP. But usually flickering lights, if I remember right, Bob's had this in place for a while.
Hmm.
So it unless something in the environment has changed, but usually flickering lights to me says neutral ground bond potential issue.
Now it looks like he's saying it's just one light in particular, the one in the oven. I'm thinking that's what that comment is. Um,
Okay.
so
Usually those are incandescent bulbs in the oven.
yeah, you'd think so, huh? That seems strange. Huh.
Yeah. I mean, is it only when the oven's running, but is it a gas oven or electric?
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
I know
Joe is saying,
someone was,
change it for a different bulb, see if that helps. Is it L1 or L2? Um, yeah.
yeah, someone was referencing a video that I made regarding the 6500 EX inverters, where I was tracking down flickering lights in my
Mhm.
house. And I literally ended up going circuit by circuit, breaker by breaker, turning them on and off while the light was flickering until the flickering stopped when I found the right breaker.
Mm.
Once I isolated it to a breaker, then I started going through and unplugging everything on that circuit to try to narrow down if some piece of equipment is introducing some kind of
Mm.
harmonic distortion on that phase, because every, like, I think it was L1, every light on L1 would start doing that little pulsy flicker when, what were the devices? When my wife's heated blanket would turn on, and the other one
Interesting.
was, I think, my older Mac Mini.
Hmm.
And so I ended up having to put the Mac Mini on a grid connection, and then we just kind of dealt with the flickering because it was in the middle of winter and my wife had the blanket on a lot.
Hmm. Yeah, interesting. That's strange how that blanket, the Mac Mini, would actually cause other things to flicker.
Yeah, it was really
Strange.
weird.
Hmm. Crazy. Well, let's see. So, also, guys, um, we've got photos and videos sent in from quite a few of y'all. I think we've got three to show tonight. Um, Bob V, Bob C, and Chuck Y. And I'm not using y'all's last names unless you tell me it's okay. So if you're like, hey, please tell me, say my last name or whatever, then we'll do that next time. But say that in the email. Otherwise, just for privacy's sake, I'm just gonna refer to you with your initial. So let's see. We'll be doing that here in just a bit. Um, like Rodney and Adam are twins. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Um, the Native American Adam. Um, let's see. Let's see. Rodney. Rodney, you're still in the chat, man. Why aren't you on the show? All right. Just signed up here. Okay. Elkwood Bear just signed up here. Awesome. Um,
Awesome.
Man, that's great. Well, at least you'll have the ability to get the alerts now, assuming I send them out, which I'll definitely do for this as soon as we get it. Um, let's see.
Bob
Looking
says the
back through.
LED light at the kitchen table and the halogen in the electric oven.
Hmm. Okay.
That's interesting.
Halogen bulb in there. Yeah, that is. Okay. All right. Okay. Mike says, Eric, do you have a sawmill? Just asking because I'm thinking about buying one to build a log cabin. Yes, I do. At least my dad does. And we're on family property, so I have access to it, and it is a huge asset. Um, they it takes a lot of work to get your money out of it. Um, we I don't know that we have at this point. I love the ability to just mill up lumber at will. Just like, hey, I need this very specific size piece of juniper or pine, or I see a black walnut coming down in a neighborhood, and haul it off and
Oh,
make shelves out of it or whatever it is, right?
that's beautiful wood.
Um, yeah, man. I've got somewhere over here. It's on the other side over here. Um, I've got tons of walnut. Just that should be good to go at this point. It's cured long enough. It's a few years sitting on the porch. Um, yeah, I love it. We looked at a bunch of stuff. He ended up going with the Norwood, um, which is way cheaper than some of the other options out there. Um, Mainly because it comes in about 400 boxes on 2 pallets. Um, so you have to be really like into building things, and we're in a DIY community here, so it should be right up your alley. Um, if you want like, um, if you wanted to just roll up on a trailer and you be milling that afternoon, um, Norwood's not for you. But what I will tell you is that I know that saw intimately. Before I ever cut a single, timber on it, I'd already spent weeks and weeks just, cranking down hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bolts. So, um, it's one of those things like you know what it, um, you know what goes wrong with it because you put it all together. So anyway, I appreciate that about it. What kind are you looking at? I'm be interested to see in the comments there. Um, but for a log cabin, I would highly recommend also getting a planer and profiler, so that you can plane down the lumber, right there on the mill. That's huge. Adam, any experience with that?
No, nothing direct. Most of the work that I end up doing is logging for firewood, and if we actually have something that we need to take milled, we have a local place that we can take stuff to. But it's not been
Nice.
big stuff really.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah, um, it's a nice, very nice to have. It is a very nice to have. Put it that point. Okay. Um, Halogen in the oven is super hot. I'm trying to just read through some more of these comments.
Yeah, a lot of them are. They're still talking about
Still
the
trying to get it.
flickering light.
Yeah. But yeah, welcome if you're just joining. We are, because there's always people jumping on, jumping off. Put QQQ in the at the beginning of your question, and that way I'll definitely make sure that I get to see it. Um, yeah, Donnie is saying Wood Miser makes a great sawmill. Yes, they do. It's yeah, it's good. Very comparable to the Norwood, except Wood-Mizer does not make you build your own, doesn't make you build your own mill. So that is an advantage. You pay for it though. They've got great mills though. Let's see. Looks like I'm all caught up. That's awesome. Shall we jump into you guys' y'all's? Yeah, let's jump into
Yeah.
their submissions. Yeah, y'all's. Let's take a look at y'all's stuff. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this since everything disappeared and fell apart on me. All
Well,
right.
this is all running on your NAS now, so we don't have to worry about little SD card failures anymore.
That's right. That's right. My SSD is not going to give up the ghost in the middle of it. So that's exciting. This will be the first time I've ever used the network drive for the show, or anything for that matter. Okay, so first thing. Now, unfortunately, we did try this earlier and we weren't able to get the audio to come through, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna maybe just talk talk through what he's saying. This is from Chuck Y.
Narrate through it.
I'm going to narrate it as yeah. I'll do sign language to what he's saying with very dramatic eyebrows. Okay.
I want to see these because I haven't seen these yet.
The eyebrows? No. Okay. Two up and share. I think this is it. You should be able to
Here
see
we go.
this. And I really wish
I
I could
love
figure
the
out.
black on black.
It is. It's just yeah. You know the one thing about that, and y'all let me know what you think, but heat is the enemy of solar panels. Like it definitely reduces your output. So when you've got black frames and like everything is black, does it make a big difference? Well, I don't. I mean, in the Texas sun, I know it's going to do something, but um, I just don't know to what extent it reduces the output. But anyway, um,
With, I mean, my initial thought is that since the frame is perpendicular to the panel itself, and you do have that airflow underneath, plus you're talking about aluminum.
yeah.
Um, I don't know that it's really, it's probably going to act, if anything, more like a heat sink.
Hmm. Okay.
Um,
So
I don't know,
yeah, it's just a thought.
but
Yep.
it does look slick.
It
I mean, that I like the
says
lines not popping out.
yeah. I know it does. It looks really good. So it says about 9,000 watts of panels, and oh, let's start over. It says got 100
Okay, so
watts
some roof,
up on top. So there's that. And then
very nice.
in here, he's got his setup.
That's clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder how the how everything's working paralleled with the Battleborns and the EG4s together.
He says it's been running fine. Uh, he says he's pulling 10 kilowatts from the grid in the summertime.
Okay.
He's another 3,000 watts of panels, another 6,000 XP, and another
Now
battery.
I can't see what is to the left of the EG4 indoor. Is that
I
another battery
was
there?
hoping it'd let me zoom in. Yeah, it's if I do this, is that it does not zoom in on your end. Okay, let me see if I can double click on this. There we go. Should have done that in the first place. I still can't zoom in on it though. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's it is another battery. I can't tell what it is though. Almost looks like a like a paper shredder. Um,
It almost does.
let's see if I can do this. Oh,
Oh,
oh man.
yeah. Whatever you were just doing made it get bigger.
Yeah, and
Oh,
then
you
it.
were stretching the window.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's all right.
we're not gonna be able to get there. Chuck Y, if you're in the comments, let us know what that thing is.
I don't know
Um,
that I've seen him tonight.
and like he's got his is that a Lynx distributor up there? Uh, no, that's his MPPT,
Like
isn't it?
NPPT, yep.
Yeah. Okay. Is that a fan on the MPPT? Just give him a little extra. Looks
Could
like
be,
it.
yeah.
I like that danger high voltage sign. I need to get something like that in here.
Those are fun.
Yeah, so thanks, Chuck, for sending that in. Sorry I couldn't get the audio going. Um, all right, let's jump back over here. And Bob V. All right, he put together a slideshow for us. So,
Oh,
yeah,
somebody
pretty...
took your layout there, Eric.
yeah, he said that he actually did his before I did mine. So, well, you
Okay.
know, It's still
So
tough to
you took
tell
it
if he
from him.
copied me or not. Um, I like he's got the um what are these in here?
Are they
Sorry.
breakers or disconnects?
No, in between they're the shield or
Oh, yeah, the EMP shields.
EMP shield. I think that's what those are.
That's, yeah,
Four of them. It's well protected.
probably
All right. Yeah,
very
so there we
nice.
go. We got the three AG4s, the three wall mount batteries, um, inverter battery, grid PV, lots of wire. Yeah,
Yeah,
EMP shields for the
PV
PV and
and
the
battery,
batteries. Okay, cool.
and on the grid. Good.
Somehow I lost my play button. I'll just do it like this. Sorry, I had to go back. Charge inverter.
Okay,
All
so the
right.
GC model.
Yep. And let me see if I can pause this and get a little bit better here.
There we
Solar to
go.
house panels. EG4 charge inverter GC transfer switch can either send grid or generator power to the charge inverter. Cool.
Okay.
Generator start button. The green button is used to start a generator from the house. That's cool. You know, I've actually never thought about
That's a good
why have I
idea.
never thought of that before? Um, yeah, utilize you don't have to have the dry connects work only if the inverter tells it. You could actually just set up a button to open or close the contacts and tell it to start. It's brilliant.
Hmm,
I love that.
that's slick.
Yeah. Um, Now the question is, do you just twist it to like turn it off? Just like pop it out? Have to reset an emergency stop. Um, then the grid input panel and a 200 amp grid solar transfer switch. Nice. All right, here's the array.
Those aren't cheap.
The transfer switch. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, sir. 36 Aptos, 440 watt. It's bifacial panels. Very nice. 15,000 watts of solar. I like it. Yeah. PV disconnects and got optimizers coming soon. Yeah, I got a little of that little shading on there, but that back one looks like it's crystal clear. Looks good. It's a nice setup.
I wonder if he's planning on putting any of like the white rock that we hear a lot of people talking
Mm-hmm.
about underneath the panels for that extra bifacial reflection.
Right. Hey, you know, I'm curious. What about what about solar board? You know, like when when I built well, I didn't build it myself, like I built this house, but when I had a house built for me in 2009, on the roof decking, we put solar board on there, and it basically had like an aluminum sheeting on the inside, and that allowed for basically it reflected back the radiation, I guess, from the sun. Just kept
Hmm.
the attic much cooler, but it was like glossy. So it was like rolling out aluminum foil, but you know, there's no real practical way to do that. But you could buy those 4x8 boards for like $40, and I'm wondering about like putting those back behind these things, like how much you would actually get reflected back. I just don't know how they would hold up in the weather. But just a
I
thought.
think I think Average Joe did a video on different materials
Hmm.
with a bifacial panel, and so he tried like mirrors actually reflecting the light underneath the panels, and I think he tried laying out different plastics and reflective material and stuff just to see. Um, so that might be an interesting video to take a look at.
Yeah,
Dig
yeah,
through
yeah.
his list for that one.
I'll check that one out. And for those of you guys who don't know, we had Average Joe on the show. gosh, was about 2 months back. Um, good stuff. Okay, so the generator to power the EG4 charge verter. All right, so we buried 6-gauge 3-wire to the house along with with a 1-pair generator start button. All right, that's what we saw. So the generator can be started in the house. Love that. I just never would have thought of using that start button. That's brilliant. And that's it. Great stuff. Thanks, Bob.
So it looks like Bob said that green button is a momentary switch. The first press starts the Jenny, and then the second press stops it. So that's
Very cool.
nice that it can do that.
Yeah, that is cool.
From wherever.
Nice. Thanks for sending that in. That was fun to look at. Let's see. How do I get back to the other guys? So that's Bob V. Now Bob C. All right. This is the solar shed. Man, I love that view.
No kidding. Look at that.
That's gorgeous. Yep. Okay. But here we've got the meter. Then dumps into the solar shed. Let's see here. He did give me some notes, but let me see if I can find them here. Oh, here we go. Said you could use these as a what not to do, but it works great for me. And awesome. So here's the array. Let me see if I can zoom in on that a little bit. Looks very nice. Just concrete pillars there. Got a nice track that's running on.
EG4 bright mounts back there?
Maybe so. We'll see a back side of it here in a minute. Okay. Actually, I guess I can read it here. Well, let's see. Here's my array. Yeah, bright mount racks. 450 watt panels. The 2 extra are 440 watt panels. Had a friend with a tractor do the holes. 24 inches deep. We have wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour, so no problem. Or so far, no problem. Nice. That looks good. Oh, there we go. There's the back of it. Yeah, that looks nice.
That looks very nice.
Looks a heck of a lot better than mine leaning up against my fence. The weatherhead, conduit. Yeah, very good. What not to do. These are goals for me, man.
I was going to say, I mean, I've seen systems that are much, let's be nice, sketchier.
Well, there's nothing sketchy about this.
Yeah, these look good.
Yeah. All right. Combiner box.
Fuses,
copper grounding.
And SPD. Yeah. Frames are grounded. Looks good.
Yep. Okay. I think here he was showing us the ventilation holes. Vent holes on the northwest wall up high. Solar powered exhaust fan in upper corner above the window on the east wall to pull through. Okay. Let's see. Got 1500 watt space heater plugged into the grid through a thermocube that allows power at 35. It turns on the power at 35 degrees for freeze protection. Nice. Shed's insulated with R19 rock wool and R20 for the ceilings. Bob C.
C. Okay, so he said southern. No, where did I just saw it?
And
I was wondering where.
There you go. The Bud Light can. Let's go. All right. I got that same space heater. So we've got 4 of the Life Power 4 V2s, looks like. Wait, nope. 2 V1s and 2 V2s. Very nice. That looks good. Yeah, I like it. And inside here, let's see.
Western New Mexico, 7,800 feet elevation.
Ooh, nice. All right. And that's what I got. Oh,
Very
wait.
cool.
Dang. Donnie sent some stuff that I don't have in here. He let us know last week. Sorry, Donnie. We'll get to it. We will get to it. I'm going to take these and mark them green for done. Green, 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 green. Nice. And then we'll come back to it. So,
Oh, both of them. Great job, guys.
yeah, everybody's stuff looked good. Now I got to figure out how to get back.
You got a super chat.
No way.
I
Let's see.
don't, a while ago,
Oh, that was
apparently.
from Rodney. Oh, thanks, Rodney. You're hilarious. Yes, who was it? Gavin. Gavin, last time he was like, y'all just swapping that $20 around. Yeah. Exception for
Probably.
the cut that gets hit. Okay. Thanks, Rodney. Appreciate that, man. Since you couldn't be here. All right. Let's see. Where were we? Get back over. Yeah, Joe, there we go. So Joe says that, and this is only going to come up halfway. Next thing I'm going to be doing is complaining that the NAS is too slow because my network is limited to 1 gig. Guess I'm going to have to upgrade to a 10 gig module. Yep. Guess so.
Yep.
I did run into that. I was transferring some stuff over. I'm like, this is a little slow. It's a little slow, but it's okay. I don't need it to be blazing fast. I just need it to not run out of storage and have plenty of backup. So, Roy wants to know, has anyone had any issue getting products lately? I've not. But I've only ordered a few things lately. So I guess it depends on what products you're talking about. All right. Looking for more questions. Oh, also, if you want to have us feature your stuff, then definitely send it to. Hey, Adam, do you have a branded email address yet at this point with your URL that you got, or are we still sending it
No,
over?
I haven't done anything.
Okay, no worries. So
I
send
haven't
it
done anything with
to
it yet.
live@easttexashomestead.com and put unplugged in the subject line. That'll get us. We'll get you guys featured. I have to go back and dig Donnie's stuff out of there. Rodney super chat. Okay. Still looking through here. I'm going fast, so I'm not. I'm just trying to find the ones that say QQQ. Oh, A from Joe.
Just has to be different, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think we talked about doing that the other day, right? If you got an answer to something, right?
Yep.
Luckily, my last bats came off the boat. I think just in time. I was worried they wouldn't get. Okay. Oh, his last batteries. Got you. So you got your batteries right before the tariffs kicked in. Very nice. So that was the answer to anybody having an issue getting there or getting supplies. But he ordered in December and didn't get them until March. So, man, crazy.
I will
Um,
say that I know that at least one company that I had been talking to about looking at one of their batteries, um, they did have to back out because of the tariffs and the extra cost.
hmm,
So it's not conducive for them to ship over here right now.
man, I really hope something changes. So my my web agency, like we specialize in oil and gas companies, right? So we do websites primarily, not exclusively, but primarily we do marketing for oil and gas companies. And they're dealing with really large pieces of equipment. And one of them was telling me recently that they had this piece that they were bringing in actually through Canada, but kind of sourced through China, then back into Canada, and then to the US. And what was going to be a $10,000 product, or piece of equipment or pipe or whatever, ultimately ended up being $30,000 just due to all of the extra added on tariffs and whatnot. So they're like, we can't even use this product anymore, which is completely cost prohibitive. So, kind of crazy. So hopefully all that stuff will
Yeah,
get worked out and we'll be able to get back to just some, I don't want to say cheaper stuff because that's not what it's about, but you know, some of it has gotten ridiculous. Um, all right, Donnie. Do you have to redo the settings on on the inverters? Let's see. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up and zoom in on it so I can actually read it. Do you have to redo your settings on the inverters when you move them? I no, did I? I did not. I need to raise mine up. Um, I'm 6'3" and can't read the screen without squatting down. Donnie, I had no idea you were huge. I'm always having to stand up on my tippy toes. No, uh, I used to actually. I did bring them down. No, you don't have to worry about that. Turn them off to move them around. There's no, there's nothing that's going to be reset or need to be reset. Um, the only, no, I was going to say the only consideration is telling it which one is the master, but that's not even a thing with these. So, no, just whichever one you turn on first it becomes the master. That's pretty much it. Um, go for it, man. Did you get your other two? I think you said you were buying another two 6,000 XPs. I'm curious. Um, that'd be good to know. But yeah, we are. Time flies, and once again, we're having too much fun and not enough time to have it all. So we're gonna have to, you have to cut it short here in a few minutes. Want to remind you guys, next week, don't miss it. It's going to be a great week, a great show with James from all the places. Um, come with questions, and I remember one of you guys came with lots of questions for him last week or 2 weeks ago or whenever it was, and he didn't show because he had some other things going on. So that was a bummer. Sorry, but bring lots of questions for him. Grill him on tariffs. Do whatever it needs to be. But yeah, let's get some good questions asked and answered. Donnie, not yet. Next week. Woo! Dollar, dollar, dollar. There we go. Um, let's see. Jim says it's cheaper to lower the floor. The yellow EG4 inverters, to stack them, do I need more panels? The yellow EG4 inverters. So is that the 6,000s or the 6,500s or is that the 3,000s? Russell,
probably the
which
3,000.
yellows? I'm guessing the existing 3,000. Um, let us know that. We'll see if we can get that answered. And that's right, Bob. Tap that thumbs up, folks. Smash that like button. Share the show with your friends. Um, let's see. The 3,000s. So, all right. So the 3,000s. to stack them, do I need more panels? I guess the question, either way, I don't know why you would need more panels to stack them, because I
I
think you
don't
can
think
run them
so.
without panels, so it shouldn't need. No, I don't think so. Unless you can shed a little bit more light on the question. Um, yeah,
Yeah, you can
yeah,
you
and
can run all of them into one inverter. It's
right,
better to
and
balance them out if you can, but
yeah, yeah, um, and and yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. So right now, say you have, because the 3000s have one MPPT, I believe. So if you've got it going into that one, you don't want to have to split your array into two. Um, so you're just going to have an imbalance. Um, if that one does have a master, I would say make sure that you put, and I've not played with those inverters. Make sure that you do put the panels on the master or master inverter. I'm falling all over my words here. Um, John Montgomery, thank you. Appreciate that. We always have fun. We like hanging out with you guys. Um, let's see, Donnie. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Um, also, yeah, Jim, you mentioned the yellows are the 3000s. That is true on their current offerings, but they used to have the 6500 EXs and the 6000 EXs. Yeah, 6000s and 6500 EXs. Um, so that's why I just wanted to double check before we start saying things. A couple things coming up. I just helped a buddy place a massive order, which was super exciting. He's got a 4,000 plus square foot house, and we are going to install a Grid Boss and a Flex Boss, a Grid Boss or a Flex Boss
ooh,
21, a whole bunch of solar panels, the optimizers, Tigo, I don't know how you say it, all the things, so much stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's all going to be documented as soon as it gets shipped here. We've got weeks and weeks of recording on that huge project. I'm excited about it, and I'm super excited just to see that a house that size can be run off of one Flex Boss.
no
That's going to
kidding.
be cool. So um, it's
Or
very well
can it?
insulated, or can it? I don't know. We haven't done it, but also he's got an 18 kilowatt Generac whole home generator that we're going to be plugging into this thing. So it's going to be just a perfect like case study. I'm super excited about that. So stay tuned to that for that one. Um, got a whole bunch of boxes sitting behind me from other things that need to be reviewed and looked at. So, uh, unfortunately, I'm messing around with a network network attached storage NAS. So that's fun. Um, what do you have going on, and Adam, and then we'll close it out.
Let's see here. I'm working on turning my 6000 XP into one of those kind of cart builds, the dolly style builds with the new 100 amp hour wall mount battery. I'm trying to find um, the best way that I can. I want it to stand on its own, but I also want it to be able to be moved with a dolly. So I want to see how I can do that without making it want to tip itself over if it tries to stand on its own. So I'm playing around with a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of that. On my bench, I have the guts of my DIY PV combiner box,
Okay.
and I'm slowly starting to piece that together. And I think I have a few more batteries in boxes that just recently showed up to take a look at as well.
Nice. Very nice.
So it's always something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Backlog. That's how we roll.
Mm-hmm.
So That's good. Joe has got a question here. I don't even know why I'm putting them up here because they're not doing much. Do PowerPoints work for you or Google Slideshow? I'm guessing that's just for sharing with you guys here. I think either way, PowerPoint would be fine. If you want, actually, a PowerPoint would probably be great if I would say convert it to a PDF just for compatibility issues. Yeah, just make a PDF out of it, export, and that would be fine. I'm going to set up a shared folder now that I can for everybody, for at least Adam and Rodney, so we can all have access to all of these. And yeah, maybe we'll even, maybe Joe, maybe if you've got some ideas on like a Dropbox type thing that would be safe to allow you guys to just dump files into it, that could be kind of cool. So if you've got an idea on that, let me know. So we're gonna have a whole little community with working inside my network. So hopefully not, but maybe we'll see. Let me know and we'll go from there. But yeah, guys, Joe says a bunch of Victron on a, yeah, it's a bunch of Victron on a movable dolly. Ooh, I like that. Sounds good. And a lot of copper, I imagine so. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for tonight. Thanks for joining us. Adam, Will Prowse did a dolly build like you want. I got to stop reading comments. I'll be here all night talking to you guys.
Yep, they'll keep coming.
Yeah, it was great. Maybe some night we'll have the after show where we can jump into it. But for now, we're going to end it. But guys, I'm Eric with East Texas Homestead. Encourage you to live faithfully and prepare thoroughly for good times or bad. See you on the next one.